Casey Kasem, and we're counting down the biggest hits in the USA. And rolling in at number 39 on Casey's Top 40, here's the first of our 4 debuts. It's the first Top 40 pop hit for a teenage star named Brandy, a song that she recently took all the way to number 1 on the R&B chart. This is Brandy and I Want to Be Down.
Casey's Top 40.
From Hollywood, this is Casey Kasem, and holding steady at number 17 is Brandy, a teenage singing star who got a very special present last year from her friends Boys to Men. She was on tour at the time, opening for their shows, and on the night of her birthday, they hosted a Sweet 16 party for Brandy and sang her a sweet a cappella version of Happy Birthday. Here's Brandy with Sitting Up in My Room.
Number 26.
Dropping a notch is Brandy, a teenage singing star who's taking advantage of a rare break in her schedule. With her TV show Moesha in reruns, Brandy says she has more time to spend with her friends and family.
Casey's Top 40.
I'm Casey Kasem, and these are the brightest stars of 1996 on our special year-end edition of Casey's Top 40. And rolling in at number 30 is the youngest female on our survey. It's been a busy year for this teenager, starring in her very own TV series Moesha, going to the high school prom with teenage basketball sensation Kobe Bryant, and spending a half a year, 26 weeks on the chart with this song.
American Top 40.
Now we're up to the hit, The Boy Is Mine, by a teenage performer who went to 2 senior proms last year, her own in L.A., and one 2,760 miles away. That teenage performer is Brandy Norwood, known professionally as Brandy. And though Brandy tries her best to be as normal and down-to-earth as possible, there are certain times when being a star makes this teenager's life anything but normal, and that includes prom dates. For her own prom at City of Angels High School, Brandy's date was Wanya Morris of Boys to Men. Brandy's had a crush on Wanya since 1995. Back then she was 15 and opening shows for Boys to Men. But her folks wouldn't let her date till she turned 18. When it came time for Brandy's prom, she was 18, and there was only one choice for her, and it was Wanya. But that wasn't the only prom Brandy attended last year. Her date for the second prom was a star from the world of professional basketball, L.A. Lakers phenom Kobe Bryant. At just 18 years old, he was already one of the NBA's brightest prospects. Kobe invited Brandy to his senior prom at Lower Merion High School. But this was no trip across town for Brandy. It was a 4-hour plane flight across country. That's because Kobe's high school was 2,760 miles from Los Angeles in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This week, the singer with 2 star prom dates has this week's biggest mover, leaping 8 notches to number 13 on American Top 40. Here's Brandy along with Monica on The Boy Is Mine.
Excuse me, can I please talk to you for a minute?
Counting down the hits with Casey Kasem.
We're counting down the biggest hits by the hottest stars. Rising 2 notches on American Top 40 to number 11 is a versatile and busy 19-year-old. She's the star of her own sitcom called Moesha. She's about to make her big screen debut in the sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer. And she currently has the number 1 R&B song in the nation, her duet with Monica.
For Casey Kasem, I'm David Perry. Now we're up to the latest hit for a music and TV star with a wholesome, family-oriented image, a star who's working on her first feature film. It's the sequel to one of the biggest slasher movies of the past year. The singer and actress named Brandy has made her reputation singing upbeat songs about dealing with teenage problems. Songs like Sitting Up in My Room, Missing You, and The Boy Is Mine. She's become a major teenage role model as the star of the hit TV show Moesha. But for her movie career, she's decided to do something a little, well, different. Brandy is going to be one of the stars of I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, the sequel to the hugely successful I Know What You Did Last Summer. Now, as you may recall, I Know What You Did Last Summer starred Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar. It was one of the surprise hits of 1997. The story is some teenagers who accidentally run a guy over, then dump his body in the ocean only to have the guy come back to exact revenge. Lots of revenge, very gory revenge, in the style of films like Halloween and Scream. Now, Brandy won't reveal what the plot is for the sequel, and she won't tell whether she lives or dies, but she will say she spends more time screaming in the film than in anything else she's ever done in her career. And now moving up 2 notches to number 9 to score her first top 10 on the pop chart, here's Brandy together with Monica and The Boy Is Mine.
Counting them down with Casey Kasem.
Well, now we're up to the latest hit by Brandy, a performer who says she may never tour. She's just too scared. It's hard to imagine teen sensation Brandy having stage fright. After all, she has her own TV show, Moesha, and last year she played the title role in the TV movie remake of the classic fairy tale Cinderella. But the 19-year-old star swears it's true. She says, quote, "I have really bad stage fright. Just the thought of touring makes me so nervous I could cry." It all started a couple of years ago. Brandy was at a show for the group Silk when she was called on stage. When she stepped up to the microphone, she saw a woman in the audience she says she'll never forget. A woman who looked like she hated Brandy. That woman shook Brandy up so much she now feels that, quote, "I have this fear people are not going to accept me." The good news? Brandy's currently trying the best she can to get over her stage fright. She says she just doesn't want to let her fans down. This week, Brandy's center stage on American Top 40 and as comfortable as ever.
Casey counts them down.
Every year, People magazine puts out a list of the best-dressed celebrities in the world. This year, only one female singer made the list, a stylish diva who's still a teenager. According to People, this year's best-dressed celebs include such high-power talents as actresses Gwyneth Paltrow, Minnie Driver, Sandra Bullock, and Cameron Diaz, model Tyra Banks, rapper Sean Puffy Combs, and actors Harry Connick Jr. and Greg Kinnear. Only one female singer made the well-attired ranks, the 19-year-old multimedia sensation named Brandy. Along with being a musical star, she's also a star of the TV show Moesha, and she made a big splash opposite Whitney Houston in the TV version of Cinderella. What makes her a fashion star as well? Well, People magazine uses words to describe her like young, perky, enchanting, cute, fun, and hip. In other words, everything her fans want to be. She's praised for the simplicity of her look. She manages to look great without seeming to work hard at it at all. And she manages to sing great as well.
American Top 40.
And rising 4 notches to number 8 is Brandy. Brandy's family-owned production company, Norwood Entertainment Group, just signed a 2-year deal with Columbia TriStar TV. Brandy's mom says, "We'd like to do sitcoms and dramas. My children have goals and aspirations of becoming producers and directors," unquote. In the meantime, Brandy's keeping busy with her TV show Moesha and a hot music career. Here she is singing the current number 1 on the R&B chart. Have You Ever?
Number 5.
Rising a notch is Brandy, who along with Meryl Streep, John Bon Jovi, and Christy Brinkley has become a spokesperson for the Newspaper Association of America. The celebrities are encouraging kids to read. Now here's Brandy performing her latest hit, Have You Ever?
The hits from coast to coast.
These are the most popular songs in the USA. Here at number 23 this week is Brandy. The 20-year-old singer has a simple philosophy. She says, quote, "I'm going to stay low, keep moving, and believe in God. As long as people can relate to my music and feel the groove, then I'll know it's all worth it," unquote. Easing down a notch is Have You Ever by Brandy.
Counting them down with Casey Kasem.
Radio stations play 'em, radio and records ranks 'em, and we count 'em down on AT40. Along with singing and acting, 20-year-old Brandy is also a spokeswoman for CoverGirl Makeup. And a few months ago, she hosted the 17 magazine CoverGirl Makeup Teen Volunteerism Awards ceremony. The awards were given out in March, and along with the First Lady, Hillary Clinton, Brandy honored teens who want to make a difference. They gave awards to teenagers who work to feed the hungry, to house the homeless, to work with the chronically ill, and to work within their neighborhoods to organize people to help the people around them. What does Brandy have to say about being paired with the First Lady? She says, quote, "I think Hillary Clinton is so fly. She's a great lawyer. I think she'll be the first woman president someday," unquote. This week, Brandy inches up a notch to number 16 with her latest hit, Almost Doesn't Count.
Number 23.
Falling 5 notches is Brandy, a singer who says the person who inspired her to go into music was her father. Brandy says, quote, "My dad sang a lot in church, and I watched the way people responded to him. I said, God, I want to be like my dad, my daddy, and Whitney Houston, unquote. Here's Brandy with Almost Doesn't Count. American Top 40's year-end countdown is coming to you from Hollywood. And touching down at number 18 for the year is a 20-year-old singer and actress born in Little McComb, Mississippi. In January, the star of TV's Moesha scored her biggest hit ever on the pop chart. Here's Brandy with Have You Ever? These are the biggest hits by the hottest stars. Brandy is a hot star who knows how to keep a secret. She recently announced to the world that she'd secretly married songwriter and producer Robert Smith last summer. Here's another secret. Brandy climbs 4 notches to number 28 with What About Us?
Number 17.
Singer and actress Brandy got her first starring film role in the scary teen movie I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. But that wasn't her film debut. Her debut was all the way back in 1990 when at age 11 she played Brandy Beechwood in the spider-infested flick Arachnophobia. Crawling up 3 notches to number 17 this week, here's Brandy with What About Us?
The hits from coast to coast.
We're counting down the biggest hits of the year 2002. And jumping in at number 98 is another. It's by Brandy, who hit the top 40 this past May with the title track to her CD, Full Moon. Brandy says she named it Full Moon for 2 reasons. First, the moon was full on the day that she was born. And second, she now feels spiritually whole. Here's Brandy with Full Moon. This special presentation of AT40 comes to you from Hollywood, California. And finishing a notch higher at number 81 is the second and highest hit for new mom, Brandy. On June the 16th, Brandy gave birth to a baby that she and her husband, producer Robert Smith, named Sarai. Now here's Brandy with a song she calls What About Us?